mean, I'm not diminishing it by no means, but don't get wrapped up in whether it says combat or doesn't say combat.
Yeah.
Because, think about somebody with personal assault or sexual assault, or that doesn't say combat either, right? But it's and it's not that's not going to be, or at least it shouldn't be, a factor in the severity of the disease, of the disability. And so it should not come out in the rating.
Mhm.
It's not going to be higher because it's combat or higher because of sexual assault. It's going to be dependent upon the severity of the disability, regardless of its origin. Um,
Right. I think a lot of people, though, Carrie, think that the VA would be more sympathetic if it's combat. If this veteran actually was in combat, they certainly should be considered more closely than anybody else. I've not seen that particularly. I'm like you. They seem to, there's no rhyme or reason to what they do. So, I
yeah,
don't know, like Carrie, I don't think that's going to help you one way or the other, particularly.
yeah.
You
I
want to
mean,
emphasize the rating.
yeah. I mean, a lot of times, if it's through combat, then it
Hmm.
will be because of the combat, even though the rating might not specify that. It might not specify what the stressor was. They had to have conceded a stressor to get to the service connection.
Right.
And so if the stressor is a combat stressor and they granted service connection, that tells you they conceded the stressor, even though they might not have discussed it very much in the rating decision, because they don't need to. It's once they concede the stressor, that part's done. They move on to the rating as to the severity of it. Um, so I wouldn't look at that as a reason that it's a low rating. It's probably a
Right.
low
I
rating.